Okay, this is like the last part of chapters 1 and 2. We're going to finish up. Nanny's about to get free from her plantation owners and slave masters and stuff, and her life is going to, she's going to start having some other issues and stuff like that. So we're going to continue and finish up. This won't be as long as the other 2 videos. Well, the 3 videos.
Booming like thunder. It kept up all night long. And the next morning, I could see a big ship at a distance and a great stirring round. So I wrapped Leafy up in moss and fixed her good in a tree and picked my way on down to the land. The men was all in blue, and I heard people say Sherman was coming to meet the boats in Savannah, and all of us slaves was free. So I got my baby, and got in quotation with people, and found a place I could stay. But it was a long time after that before the big surrendered Richmond. Then the big bell rang in Atlanta, and all the men in gray uniforms had to go to Moultrie and bury their swords in the ground to show that there was never to fight about slavery no more. So then we knowed we was free. I wouldn't marry nobody, though I could have heap of times, 'cause I didn't want nobody mistreating my baby. So I got with some good white people and come down here to West Florida to work and make the sun shine on both sides of the street for Leafy. My madam helped me with her just like she been doing with you. I put her in school when it got so it was a school to put her in. I was expecting to make a school teacher out of her. But one day, she didn't come home at the usual time, and I waited and waited, but she never come home all that night. I took a lantern and went round asking everybody, but nobody ain't seen her. The next morning, she come crawling in on her hands and knees. A sight to see. That school teacher had done hid her in the woods all night long, and he had done raped my baby and run on off just before day. She was only 17, and something like that happened. Lord of mercy. Looked like I can see it all over again. It was a long time before she was well, and by that time, we know you was on the way. And after you was born, she took to drinking liquor and staying out nights. Couldn't get her to stay here and nowhere else. God knows where she is right now. She ain't dead, 'cause I don't know by my feelings, but sometimes I wish she was at rest. And Janie, maybe it wasn't much, but I done the best I can by you. I raped and scraped and bought this little piece of land so you wouldn't have to stay in the white folks' yard and tuck your head before other children at school. That was all right when you was little. But when you got big enough to understand things, I wanted you to look upon yourself. I don't want your feathers always crumpled by folks throwing up things in your face. And I can't die easy thinking maybe the men folks, white or black, is making a spit cup out of you. Have some sympathy for me. Put me down easy, Janie. I'm a cracked plate. There are years that ask questions.
Okay, answer questions 12, 13, and 14. Let me move back up. If you haven't already done so. Who was the father of Nanny's baby? What two reasons, make sure you answer both, caused Nanny to leave the plantation? And the last one, all the following true statements about Leafy except, and not just one answer, and then submit. Okay, and after you finish watching, we'll discuss at the end of the period, well, towards the end of the period, what went on in the story. Thanks for listening and doing a good job with the worksheets.